Around 1438. Cusco, 400 meters above sea level in the Andes Mountains. Pachacuti Inca Yupanqui ascended to the throne. The ninth Sapa Inca. Pachacuti, a man whose name meant "he who transforms the world." Before him stretched a landscape of towering peaks. What was he thinking in that moment? According to records, Pachacuti harbored a grand vision at this very instant: unite all of the Andes and connect it with the greatest road network in history. But it seemed impossible. The Andes Mountains. An elevation difference of 4,000 meters. Countless valleys and gorges carved into the most treacherous terrain on Earth. Build roads? Cross mountains? Pachacuti made his decision. Integrate existing roads and rebuild them as the Qhapaq Ñan. The truth was, roads already existed, built by earlier civilizations like the Wari culture. But Pachacuti's plan went far beyond that. Connect existing roads, expand them, standardize them. The total length would reach an estimated 30,000 to 40,000 kilometers, a distance equal to the circumference of the Earth. Stone paving in some sections, dirt roads in others, gravel, staircases, each segment constructed to match the terrain. Conquer the forbidding Andean landscape with a road network. Construction began. Tens of thousands of laborers were mobilized. They were summoned through Mita, the state labor system that drew workers from communities. Massive stones were transported. Mountain slopes were carved away. Stones were stacked with precision. Inca stonework was extraordinary. Precisely cut stones minimized gaps, creating structures believed to withstand the earthquake-prone region. Without mortar, stones fitted together perfectly. And then, the most difficult challenge awaited: crossing the gorges. The Andes held countless gorges deeper than 100 meters. How would they cross? Inca engineers found the answer: suspension bridges, but not made of wood. Grass. They used a grass called ICHU. They wove this grass into thick ropes. Grass was twisted into thick cord, then multiple strands bundled into main cables. Thickness and weight capacity varied with bridge design and conditions. And then the suspension bridge was complete, 50 meters long, over 100 meters above the canyon floor. People crossed this bridge. They were terrified. But the bridge held. The Inca Empire had conquered the gorges. Even after Pachacuti's death, construction continued. 1471, his death. But his vision lived on. One Sapa Inca after another took the throne and kept extending the roads. North to the Colombian border, south to central Chile, east to the Amazon jungle, west to the Pacific coast. The Qhapaq Ñan became a network with vast north-south arteries. A complex system including mountain roads, coastal roads, and branch lines. And this road network gave birth to something remarkable: the chasqui, the Inca Empire's relay messenger system. Young men ran along the roads, in relay format, carrying messages. Through this relay system, information traveled with astonishing speed. Estimates suggest around 200 to 300 kilometers per day, though conditions varied. They carried quipu, knotted cords that recorded information. Numbers, taxes, population counts, military intelligence. Everything expressed through knots. Arriving at the next relay station, a fresh chasqui waited. The quipu was handed over, and the next chasqui began to run. Remarkably, it's said that fresh fish from the coast reached the emperor's table at the mountain summit in just days. The roads connected cities, and one of the most beautiful cities was born. Machu Picchu, 430 meters above sea level. A city in the clouds, built on a mountain ridge. Recent radiocarbon dating suggests construction began earlier than traditionally believed, in the 1420s. It's thought to have been a royal estate from the early years of Pachacuti's reign. Stone architecture perfectly arranged on the mountain slopes. Temples, palaces, residences. Everything calculated with precision. And the road leading to this city was the Qhapaq Ñan. Around 1530, the Inca Empire was at its peak. At its height, the territory spanned an estimated 2 million square kilometers, Population estimates range from several million to over 10 million. The greatest empire in South America, and the most advanced road network in the world. The Qhapaq Ñan was the empire's circulatory system. Beyond moving armies, it supported administrative communication, tribute and redistribution, ceremonial travel. Without these roads, the empire could not have existed. But in 1532, everything was about to change. An invisible enemy was attacking the empire. Smallpox, the disease brought from Europe by the Spanish. It was already spreading before the Spanish arrived in force. The previous emperor died, and a civil war over succession began. Atahualpa and Huáscar, two princes, divided the empire and fought. Years of brutal civil war. The empire was divided and exhausted. Then Francisco Pizarro arrived, Spanish conquistador. He reached northern Peru with only 168 soldiers, 168 men. But the empire was already divided and exhausted by European diseases that had arrived ahead and by brutal civil war. And Pizarro had a weapon. It was the Qhapaq Ñan, the road network the Inca Empire had built over decades. That road had now become the conquistadors' invasion route. Pizarro's army advanced on stone-paved roads. Horses galloped. Cannons were transported. The Inca Empire's roads became the instrument of the empire's destruction. November 16, 1532. The Plaza of Cajamarca. Pizarro confronted Inca Emperor Atahualpa. Atahualpa had just won the civil war. He was confident. He commanded tens of thousands of troops. The Spanish numbered only 168, but Pizarro's hand touched his sword hilt. In that instant, the trap was sprung. Pizarro gave the signal. Hidden Spanish soldiers launched a simultaneous attack. Gunfire rang out. Cannons roared. The Inca soldiers were thrown into chaos. They had never seen guns. They had never seen horses. Within a short time, numerous attendants were slaughtered. Casualty numbers vary greatly across sources, but often reach into the thousands. And Atahualpa was captured. Atahualpa proposed a ransom. "I'll fill a room with gold and silver. Release me." Pizarro agreed. Gold and silver were brought from across the Inca Empire. The amount exceeded 6 tons. But Pizarro broke his promise. July 26, 1533. Atahualpa was executed, and Pizarro marched toward Cusco. Along the Qhapaq Ñan, the conquistadors used the roads the Inca Empire had built. November 15, 1533. Pizarro entered Cusco. There was almost no resistance. With the emperor dead, who would fight? But resistance continued. Some Inca nobles fled deep into the mountains and fought for 40 years. But in 1572, the last Inca emperor, Tupac Amaru, was captured and executed. The Inca Empire was completely destroyed, and the Qhapaq Ñan remained. Spain continued to use these roads to transport armies, to transport gold and silver, to strengthen colonial rule. The roads the Inca Empire had built over decades. Those roads destroyed the empire and aided the conquistadors. The irony was bitter. Today, the Qhapaq Ñan is jointly preserved as a World Heritage Site, spanning 6 countries. Yet challenges to its protection are growing: tourism, development, collapse risks from climate change. So what can we learn from this story? Roads are neutral, neither good nor evil. It depends on who uses them. For the Inca Empire, the Qhapaq Ñan was a source of prosperity. But for the conquistadors, it was a tool of invasion. All infrastructure is a double-edged sword. Those who build it must consider the possibility that it could be used by enemies. Modern LiDAR laser surveying continues to reveal unknown roads and ruins still hidden in the jungle. Discovery is not yet finished. History only tells us outcomes. But those who lived it didn't know the outcome. Pachacuti built roads to strengthen his empire. He didn't know that a century later, those roads would become the conquistadors' invasion route. If you were to build great infrastructure, I ask you this: Who does it serve? And when it falls into enemy hands, what happens then? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'm deeply grateful you stayed with me until the end. The Inca road system was one of the most magnificent infrastructures in human history. Yet it also became the instrument of the empire's destruction. History teaches us this. Every great creation becomes good or evil depending on who wields it. This channel continues to explore what human choices have left behind. If this story moved you, please subscribe and hit the like button. Turn on notifications so you're there for the next turning point in history. Until next time.